Okay, let's talk about Venus and the Sun in Synastry astrology. So Venus and the Sun in relationship astrology is Astro D, love and relationships. That's my specialty. And I'm here with the next video. So I had to start off with Moon because if I didn't, I would have forgot it. That's the #1 video people always ask me about is the Moon. And the #1 sign is Aquarius. D, you forgot Aquarius. So I did the Moon first, and now I'm on to Venus and the Sun. So let's break this down because there's 2 versions of what this could mean. This is why I need to hear from you all in the comments. What have you experienced? I've had positive experiences seeing this, and I've seen it manifest positively. I have not quite yet seen the other side of it. Who knows why? But let's explore this. Okay, in Vedic astrology, when the moon is too close to the sun, when the sun is too close to Venus, it is considered combust. That's a problem. That means the sun's rays are completely burning up Venus, messing up her qualities. Venus cannot be as amazing as she is because you have this you have this ultimate masculine energy because we are dealing with the sun. Ultimate masculine energy beaming onto Venus. Basically, it's like Venus, go take off your high heels and go put on some sneakers, okay? And Venus is like, huh? Venus, when the sun is too close to Venus, Venus wants to put on a hoodie and a sweatsuit, all right? And just be comfortable and walk with a bop. You know, traditionally, and this is interesting, you know, Vedic and the traditional idea of the roles of male and female, to say that Venus becomes over masculine. She loses her femininity when she's too close to the sun. But, and this is about 5 degrees that we're talking. So, but if Venus isn't that close to the sun, then Venus she can be her awesome self. But she doesn't, the energy of Venus becomes over demanding. It becomes jealous, over promiscuous. It gets really funky when it's super close to the sun, again, because that mixture of such a feminine planet with the sun alters Venus. And it alters what we need of Venus. We need Venus to stay a feminine planet. We just do, okay? We need Mars to stay a masculine planet. We just do, okay? We love you, Mercury. We love that you're both. We love that you're both, Mercury. We need that. We need that, okay? We need all of it. So with that being said, it happens to Venus sometimes when she's too close to the sun. Versus when I speak about this in my book, ABCs of Astrology. And by the way, if you guys want to get deeper into astrology studies, let's say you're a beginner, but you think I'm super amazing and you just like watching my videos, but you want to catch up, check out my quick, easy, basic astrology course along with my ABCs Astrology book, and you should be ready to go and be able to hang with all these videos. And if you are in that level where you love Synastry, you could check out my Synastry courses and my very simple Synastry guidebooks that I talk about all the aspects, and I talk about all of the houses that planets can be in Synastry and what they mean, just so you could have a quick reference. Okay, back to this aspect. So Venus in the sun going, okay, so when Venus is too close to the sun, I wanted to make sure that I broke that down. Because if you ever want to understand why people create the mythology that they create, why people personify the planets and over the many decades have made them gods, if you want to understand that, you have to look at how the planet is moving. What are the characteristics of the planet? And it will tell you the whole story. It'll tell you why they say that. Just with the sun, and we know the story of Jesus. Look at how the sun moves, you know, how the 12 planets, they follow the sun. The 12 disciples. we see, if you can you just look at the planets, and it's so funny. I say these things. I had somebody I know repeat this back to me, and she was watching my videos, and she literally repeated this back to me, and I didn't know what to do. I wanted to be like, yeah, I taught you that. I really wanted to say that, but but I'm like, no, that's ego. Don't say nothing. But I don't know if that's ever happened to y'all, where you show somebody something and they repeat it back to you like they teaching it to you. But sometimes people can forget. But I like to say that adults know what they're doing. Now, anyway, so Venus on the sun here. So this is the conjunction, right? Being combust. With Venus being combust, this is, like I said, where there's issues. Right? The Venus person will feel like they have to almost masculate themselves more. They have to be harder. They're a little harsher, right? With that natally, and when they have this, the Venus person, when they're close with the sun person. So that can be destructive, right? Now, in the modern Western astrology, and I will be very honest with you, I'm very aware that the West likes to steal, okay? They like to steal stuff. They've liked to steal things for centuries, for many centuries and eons or whatever. They just be stealing. It's just what they do. So a lot of this stuff is stolen from the East, okay? So I'm aware of this as I talk about Western astrology. It is very watered. It's very watered down. I'm not afraid to admit that. I ain't ashamed. Okay? It's very watered down. So on the Western side, it's awesome. It means love meets pleasure. This is how I interpret it. Right? That love meets pleasure. This is almost like a true love aspect. This is very similar to me. It's very similar to Venus in the 5th house. If you go back to, or if you've already caught up in my Venus Through Houses series, check out Venus in the 5th house. This is very similar. Don't even tell me that you have both Venus in the 5th house and it's conjuncting the sun or trining the sun. I would prefer trining, just to get rid of that whole Venus combust thing. But the whole Venus conjunction, this is a blending of my love, my happiness. The sun is our happiness. My love, my happiness, the sun, with what makes you feel pleasure. What you value. You value my love and my happiness that I have for you in my life. That's beautiful. I think it's very gorgeous. So the trine, again, there's harmony. There's an ease with my ego. There's an ease with my sense of creativity. My confidence. I feel confident being your partner. I feel confident with you. You make my career better. Because remember, the sun is your career, how you exude your career life. You give me confidence there. Or you make being confident feel good. Venus feels good in the confidence of the sun. That's what Venus likes about the sun person. That's what I like about you the most. What do you like about me, baby? I love your sense of confidence. You are like a king to me. I think Whitney had a natal Venus sun, but I do still believe that Whitney had that with Bobby. I got to double check it. But it's really powerful. The Venus moon and Venus sun, you just want it. You just want it in Synastry, just with a friend. And this could be with anyone that you want to let into your life. You want to have a sense of compassion and comfort. At least in my mind, I want to know I can be comfortable with this person. I can be myself. And there's a pleasure in being comfortable with them. There's a pleasure in being confident. They can be confident around me. I'm just going to make that better. My Venus is just going to enhance how you exude confidence. I'm just going to enhance your joy. Now, if this is square or in discord, quincunx, square, opposition, I'm summing it all up in this section right here. Now, my ego, you don't like my ego. You're not feeling me. Something about the way I exude confidence is just, you just dislike it. It's distasteful to you. You know, you the way you walk or something, what you have fun doing, they don't like it. Where you have joy, the thing, you know, it's just like, hey, baby, want me to make you laugh? And you tell them a story and they're like, there's nothing funny about that story. It brought you so much joy to your heart. But they just didn't like it. They found it weird. And that's really simple, but that doesn't feel good with someone that you sleep with every day. That you can't, that they don't get you. That you, when you exude your sense of confidence, they can't admire that with you. There's also a clash in certain hobbies. So let's say Venus wants to play a certain type of game, or let's say the Sun person wants to play a game for fun. And the Venus person, I don't like this. This isn't cool. What gives you fun doesn't give me pleasure. That's harsh. That's pretty tough. Part of me, I almost want to say, nothing says I don't love you or I don't like you like Venus and the Sun clashing. Sun and Sun clashing too, but not the same. Not the same. You need, remember, before I tune out, you need to have multiple things going on for you to finally give a judgment or to say an aspect is going to behave the certain way it behaves. Remember, I'm just giving examples. I'm magnifying the examples so that it's really clear what they represent and what they mean. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share this video with somebody. Leave a comment. Leave a comment down below. I would love that.